I'm Robin with Oxy-Dry, and it's Sunday, and I'm just sort of getting things ready for the week. And as you can probably see, normally I'd see mountains over here, but now I don't see anything because we're all smoked in really bad. We've got fires going on all around Kelowna. Fortunately, looks like they've mostly got them contained anyway, although we have lost quite a few houses. Don't know how many yet, but smoke is pretty bad. The area just north of us here, we're on evacuation alert, and the Okanagan college or university college, which is actually like 5 minutes drive in this direction, was actually evacuated. Anyway, so the fire did actually jump over the lake. It was on the west side, and over there took out a number of houses, including quite a large resort that's over there. And we don't know how many houses have gone yet. But last time this happened, about 20 years ago, we lost 238 houses. So this does happen here now and then. We're all surrounded on the mountains all around us with forest and pine forest, so pretty dry up there in the summer. And yeah, we're actually on the north end of the Great American Desert here in Kelowna. So even though we've got a very large lake here, not a lot of rain, not compared to like on the coast where I'm actually from, where there's lots of rain. Anyway, I wanted to just show you guys something interesting, I guess. Now, I've done a couple of videos where I've talked about my Orbitec OP machine here, and I had mentioned that I was going to switch it over from its original pad driver, which is right there, which is actually a Malish Instalock, and that's with design with the center cup, I guess we call it. It's actually similar. That cup is actually the same cup as is on the Auric, which I discovered when I worked with the Challenger machine, which is sitting right here. I'll just pull this one over and you can see. But this pad driver, which I put it back the way that it was. I had the Vibe pad driver on there. Anyway, the pad driver comes off pretty easily. So there you go. That's same thing as was originally on the Orbitec. So this is the Orbitec pad driver. So you can see it's the same cup arrangement. And so they Challenger did this a little different. This is the original Challenger one, which I re-glued the Velcro here, so it's better than it was. I put it back the way that it was, and I'll show you why in a sec. I actually I don't intend to keep this machine because I have the Orbitec, which I realize is a better machine, and I don't need it. Don't need this one. Anyway, I put a new bearing in here, and this is the pad driver, and it kind of goes on like that. This is the Orbitec pad driver, so it goes on, and this is what you see on the bottom normally. I have this one here has a tufted pad driver. That's an Orbitec as well. Put that aside for now. And you can see I've got this splash guard on here, and I bought this splash guard. This is actually I bought from, or it was for the Vibe, but it works on pretty much any rotary machine anyway, which I'm going to show you in a sec. And the reason I bought it was because I thought that occasionally I'll do the occasional tile and grout job. I'll pick and choose them. I got one to do on Tuesday, so I've been sort of preparing myself for that. It's a pretty big area in a house, but it's in really good shape. So I thought I'd undertake that one, although I intend to primarily use my roto wash, and hopefully I'll get some video of that in action. But anyway, one of the things I also bought in anticipation was this thing. I got this through my distributor, and this is actually, oh, look at that. They called it the Orbot Speedflex. Yeah. So this is intended to be used with the Orbot or the Vibe. And the way that it works is it's intended to go on to the Velcro pad driver. And you can take it off, put it on and take it off without having to undo your screws and all that kind of stuff, which is a great idea. It's not cheap though. I can't remember what I paid for it, but it wasn't cheap. But anyway, so this has, the Orbitec here now has the Vibe pad driver, the Velcro pad driver. So all you do to put it on here, you just kind of line it up. Like so. I'll release, lower the handle. There we go. I've got a grout brush now on my Orbitec, which also works on the Vibe. Now, if I'm concerned about stuff splashing all over the place, then I can put this on. And this just kind of goes around like so. And it's got this Velcro strap that kind of holds it in place more or less. It's actually specifically designed for the Vibe or the Orbot, so it's probably sitting up a little bit higher than it should, but it still works, I think. And what I haven't done, oh, one more thing I wanted to show you. Oh, here. Now my rotary machine is probably what I would prefer to use. We'll see what happens when I get there. Pull this off here. So this just pulls off like that. And this is the pad driver that originally came with my MD180. This type of pad driver has got these really low little plastic hooks on it. And I find that it doesn't stand up very well. I've got a couple of modified pad drivers that I use for my MD180. But this is the pad driver that it originally came with. And I realized, I was thinking about it the other day, because I was thinking I would get a grout brush for this machine. Because this machine uses a different clutch. This is a standard clutch right here. The clutch looks exactly the same, except that the clutch on my MD180, this is a metal version of it right here. The center hole, can you see how much bigger the center hole is? It's about 4 and 7/8, I think. Almost 5 inches. So it's a little bit larger hub in the center because of the design of that machine there. Anyway, let's go back over to here. So this is the actual pad driver for my MD180, and I was thinking about it. I was thinking I was going to have to buy a brush specifically for my machine, which I could do. But then I realized, well, why wouldn't it work with this thing? And the Velcro, or I guess it's the loop on the back of the Speedflex. Well, what do you know? It hooks in there pretty darn good. Let's give it a try. I've actually never done this. You're seeing me do it for the very first time. The other day I used my rotary and I pre-scrubbed some tile with my MD180, the one I have in the van. But I used the shampoo brush, and it worked well, but I was wondering if maybe a more aggressive brush would have been better. So let's get this thing hooked in. There we go. So I know that that's going to have more bite into the tile and the grout, or into the grout lines, etc. I know that a lot of guys actually prefer using rotaries when pre-scrubbing grout. And my thought was I would spray the grout and then scrub it in with this and then switch over to the roto wash. We'll see when I get there. But I haven't actually ever put this thing on here. Will this work on here? I think it'll fit. Should. Oh, it fits nice and snug actually. I like the way that feels. Oh yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, it's just like it was made for it. Huh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, that's probably what I'm going to do on Tuesday. I have this big grout job to do, so I'm thinking I'll apply and scrub in with the grout brush on my rotary, and then do the extraction and the rinsing using the roto wash. Anyway, hopefully I'll get that videoed. So anyway, I thought you would be interested to see that thing in action, and you can get those the Speedflex grout brush for your Vibe or Orbot from Orbot, or I guess Ruby, whoever, and the splash guard, which clips on there really nicely. So, and if you're doing a fair amount of tile and grout, there you go. There's a great option for your machines. And nice to have the shroud too. That will be very handy. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that all works on Tuesday. So we'll look forward to the video. Hopefully I'll be able to record that and show you how it works. So anyway, thank you for watching and have a good day.